So breaking this hour, we did tell you that Homeland Security Department is beefing up those inauguration preparations this Wednesday. Former FBI Deputy Assistant Director Danny Coulson joins me now with discussion on all of this. Danny, this is a very frightening time for the country, and we head into the inauguration and you hear Aisha's report about how they're beefing things up. What do you make of all this?
Well, you said they're frightening times. I think that's the height of understatement. I think it's terrifying times. I'm in this security business. I've been involved in violence for decades, and I'm really concerned about our country and where it's going. We're so divided right now that it's a scary time. I'm concerned about my family even going out, so it is scary times. And basically, this inauguration is very, very important to our country. It's a symbolism of a change of power. But if I hope that they're going to put the Secret Service in charge of everything here. The FBI, of course, will support them. But these are bad times. They had professionals running it. They don't need to be worried about optics like they were with the Capitol. And they need to let their law enforcement people do their job. And I hope they turn them loose, and I hope they stop any violence that's going to occur there.
I mean, it's unnerving to read these reports of the request from the head of the Capitol Hill Police, Officer Sund, asking the House and the Senate, saying that they were getting more and more concerned as they got close to this event on January 6th, that there were more people coming and that they wanted backup. And as you just pointed out, they were told that to have the National Guard on the steps of the Hill, of Capitol Hill, would be an optic problem.
Yes. Martha, that's typical. That's very typical of security people. We are constantly dealing with non-professional people worried about optics. If you remember, Reagan was shot because the security plan was changed by his staff members who changed it and moved the demonstrators and the media close to the scene and caused him to get shot. That was an optic issue. Yeah. And we can't have that here. We don't have time for political correctness. Staffers need to plan on tea and cookies and menus and let the professional Secret Service set things up and do it the right way.
So what's your anticipation? There's this event on the January 17th that people are ramping up all over the country, and also for January 20th. What needs to be done to make sure that these areas are going to be hardened? Because sadly, that's the only choice that we have right now.
Well, frankly, if it were up to me, and it's not, I would not have this inauguration outside. I'd do it in a football stadium. We know how to secure football stadiums. We can control access. We can control everything from drones to people, and they need to do that. Right now, what we need to have is a very strong presence, but also there are certain techniques that should be done. They should have extraction teams in the crowds ready to pounce on anybody that tries to instigate a riot. They need to have arrest teams. They need to have a strong physical presence. They need to monitor drones. Drones is a huge issue for me in a lot of my events. And they need to put a cone around that place so you can't fly a drone in there. And there's about a million things we could talk about, but let the Secret Service run it. Let the FBI help them, keep staffers out of it, and let's have a safe one.
Good advice, Danny. When you tell me you're terrified, that makes me, that's unnerving. Thank you very much. Good to see you as always. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you. It's always good to see you, too.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
You too.